Hello, Chem 20s. Really quick lesson today. It's going to be on rounding. It's only 2 slides, so let's make sure we've got this very basic skill. Okay, so the rules for rounding. If the number you are rounding is followed by a 5 through 9, round the number up. So if I take a look here, if I'm going to round to the nearest 10th, 32.66, what I like to do personally is, since it's the nearest 10th, I like to underline the 10th position, and then I look to the right-hand side. Because this number is 6, it's 5 or larger, it's going to round this number up. So it's going to turn into 32.7, and I wrote it down here. The second rule for rounding is if the number you're rounding is followed by a 0 through 4, we're going to round the number down. Again, I'm going to do this example and we're going to round to the nearest 10th. So I like to underline the 10th place value. And again, we're going to look to the right of it. And this number is a 2, so it's below a 5. So it's not going to round up. It's going to stay where it is. So the number is going to be 15.4. And there it is, 15.4. So what I would like to do is, I would like you to pause the video. I would like you to try these 8. And then in a minute or so, unpause the video, check out the right answers with me, pretty please. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to round all 4 of these to the nearest hundredth. So 100, excuse me. So I'm going to underline the 100 place value, and we're going to look to the right of it. This is going to round up because this is a 9, so it's 5 or greater. So this number rounded to the nearest 100 is 400. Again, we're going to do the next example, still rounded to the nearest 100. We're going to underline the 100 place value. This 2 is not going to round this up at all because it's less than 5. So this is going to be 300 or 300.0. Again, on this one, we're going to underline the 100 value place. Again, this is a 5 or greater, so this is going to round up. So this would be 12,700. And last but not least, this one's a tricky one. Here would be my 100 place value. And since this is a 9, this is going to round up. So it's going to be 100.0. Now, we've got going to do 4 more. Instead of rounding to the 100 this time, we're going to round to the 100th. So again, 10th, 100th, I'm going to underline this place value. A 1 is below 5, so I'm not going to round up. So this is going to be 63.47. Again, I'm going to underline the 100th. This is 5 or greater, so I am going to round up, which means this isn't going to be a 9 anymore. It's going to round to 10. So this is going to be a 0. And then that extra 1 from my 10 is going to move here. So that's going to be a 4. And then that's still going to be 0.40. That is to my 100th place. Again, I'm going to underline my 100th place right here. This is a 4, so it's not going to round up at all. It's going to leave it alone. This is going to be 1.48. And last but not least, I'm going to underline my 4, the 100th. This is 5 or greater, so it will round this up, and this is going to be 337.85. Now, if you would like more practice, please follow this link. I believe it's just 7 questions through Khan Academy. They tell you right away after you do each question if you're right or wrong. They make you try it again if you got it wrong before they'll move you on to the next question. Since this video is short, I promise you I will show you a cat. So this here is Panda Bear. This is little Panda. Panda's been meowing in the background for lots of videos, so I thought you guys might want to see her.